what are the duties of the person that's in charge of the probate?
Oh my.
What are the duties?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Some things always happen the same when somebody dies. First thing that everybody want to do is locate the will.
Yeah.
So people going to go rumbling through the house. All of the children and the family members going to go rumbling through the house to locate the will.
Okay.
Then once the will is located, then you're going to have the reading of the will. Okay. The second thing that that happens as part of that flow of events is to safeguard the assets. You know, like the banks are going to lock down the funds because the system is set up that the minute the state submits the death certificate into the public records, the bank system has a sweeper that sweeps all the death certificates up, and then if they attach them to those accounts and they lock them,
they freeze them.
They lock them.
Yes, sir.
So now, if you are not the beneficiary, so my recommendation would be to everybody is make sure you have a beneficiary on your bank account. Never, ever have a bank account with just you on it. Always have you and somebody else on it.
You can attach a beneficiary to your bank account,
so you can
just like your insurance?
Just like, so you can go into your bank today and say, I want to add a beneficiary to mine, and they'll pull up a card for you to write that person's name in and sign it, and they'll ask you for your ID. Then what happens is upon your deceased, then that person can come in and get those funds out of there. So you want to pick somebody who's responsible, somebody who you confidant, somebody who's just not going to be willy-nilly, that they're going to make sure that your wishes are being done with those funds.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so the next thing is they got to petition the court for the probate of the will. So these are the flow: reading of the will, safeguarding the assets. If it's a house and the house is vacant, then you got to board up the house. You got to secure the house. If it's a car, you got to pull it into the driveway or get it out of the rain so that it's just not sitting out there. You got to assemble and inventory all the assets. You got to assemble and inventory all that. So anything is of value, you got to assemble it. And you got to do this quickly, because if you got a large family and they come into the house, they're going to be getting mama rings, daddy jewelry, and watches, and they're going to be getting all of this. But as the executive of the state, it's your responsibility to safeguard all of those assets. No, you can't have that car. Daddy didn't say you could have that car. But now, if it's general word and knowledge that you and dad have been working on that car for 3 years to rebuild it, then that's common knowledge that that dad will want you to have that car. So not only do you have to assemble and inventory all of the assets, you're going to have to get appraisals on some assets. If you got classic cars, jewelry, a house, you got to get the appraisals done.
Makes sense.
Then you got to get the administration of the estate. You got to file tax returns. Yep, you have to file tax returns.
It makes sense.
Dead people have tax returns. Then you got the settlement of all the claims. That's what the probate period is about, giving time for claims to be made against that person. Then you got the distribution of the estate, and then the final discharge, and it is all closed.
That sounds like a lot, Harry.